So, because you already, like we said, you already had a name for yourself before you went in.
Yeah, we did.
And everyone knew you as a dickhead. No, I'm joking.
They did.
What was your main driving? Because obviously you said you were single, you were ready to meet somebody. Love Island Australia probably narrowed the dating pool down in Australia because like everyone I imagine would have known you, so it's a bit like difficult to find someone.
Honestly, and I think that put so much more pressure on me to really find someone because I was like, look, I don't want to go through the next 3 years having a ruined dating life again.
Yeah.
So yeah, and luckily I found it.
So what was your like? Why did you want to go on the show?
I've never really had a girlfriend, so
Neither's he.
Relatable.
Yeah. So that was my number one reason, and then obviously, if you get asked to go on the show, you would go on the show.
Yeah.
And it was just like it was such a good, fun experience. Anyway, met the girl of my dreams.
Oh, where is she? Oh, right, okay. Imagine you're like, she's coming later. Yeah. That is crazy. Like, because I remember we did like this YouTube thing where we reacted to the intros, and when I saw that you were in it, I was like,
weirdo.
I was like, no. I was like, why is this boy?
What's accepted him on the show?
Yeah, honestly.
I was like, how the hell did he make it through the psych test? Like, that makes no sense.
Yeah.
This man is clearly insane.
Well, I'm not like a Love Island boy, do you know what I mean? When you like, look at me and like the things that I do, you wouldn't go, oh yeah, Love Island boy. Like,
no.
But it's nice to have something different than just the classic sort of
100%.
what you would expect to be a Love Island guy there.
Yeah.
100%. And I think a lot of people, I mean, I saw you literally react to some dumb bitch. I'm sorry, you did it on TikTok. And I was like, why are people so critically evaluating every...
And it's so specific. She was like 8 months to the dog.
I was like, you freak. Sorry, I don't want to like call him, but that is weird behaviour.
Yes.
But I loved that you reacted to it. Like, that was great. But a lot of people say that you're an ick.
Yeah, no, we are.
But
I know I am.
Yeah. But right, let me just give my point of view on that, because I think
as a fellow ick.
Yeah, as a fellow ick.
I'm going to speak on behalf of all of us right now.
Yeah.
I don't understand why somebody being nice as opposed to going in and making girls feel uncomfortable or like on edge and stuff is considered to be an ick.
Yeah, and it's just, having fun is an ick.
Yeah.
A lot of people just kind of like sat there and didn't do probably what they wanted to do because of how it looked.
Yeah.
I don't care. You know what I mean? I don't care.
I am who I am.
Yeah, honestly. And I wanted to go on, obviously, meet someone, but just be 100% myself, have fun with it, and it's exactly what I did. And
but I feel like that's what's attractive about Will. He doesn't give a heck.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You're there being yourself. No, you're going to prank me.
That was
not that.
As shown there.
No, that was hilarious. Did you even see that? He probably just went for a high five and you just reject. I love that. Please, George.
Don't embarrass me.
Okay.
That's so funny. Just as if by cue.
I think it was clear that is what attracted you to him off the bat. And also,
is it not more my pure sexy?
No, definitely not
just
that.
more sex appeal.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Would you say that maybe you had that mindset? Has that always been your type, or do you think you had that mindset because of what you'd been through with Love Island?
So usually I date people that are really mean to me,
Right.
and I'm like, that's why I'm single.
Yeah.
Like, this needs to
Look no
stop.
further.
So and as well, like even before I went in the villa, I was like, okay, I like tall, light hair, like blondes. And then I was like, charismatic, class clown, funny.
She said she wanted a manly man as well.
And manly man. I
A
did
manly
say that.
man.
Tick, tick, tick.
No,
tick.
but do you know what? I'm going to say though, I feel like being yourself and being comfortable with yourself is the most manly thing
No,
ever.
please speak on it.
Yeah.
Honestly, no, because I was just going to say... No, but I was just going to say that because is being a man like walking around not being able to talk about your feelings and just being
He's
like...
being a man.
Well, not that, in my
Exactly. There you
opinion.
go.
People are like, oh,
Let's get
like,
deep.
like if you're like horrible to somebody and you keep them on edge and like you don't talk about your feelings, you can't express yourself, then what a man. Who wants that?
Exactly. Like that's just the biggest, that is the biggest ick. So
That's
if
the
anyone
ick.
wants to go, Will an ick? No, you're the ick.
That is
Yeah,
so
yeah.
true.
You've taught her well.
Oh my gosh. I don't know whether it's just because I'm more like you than I am the typical guy. Not saying that you're not. Do you know what I mean? I'm not trying to insult you right
He's
here,
like
Pamela.
crying.
Am I not?
A a single tear.
I want to be.
But like that's what's always irritated me about Love Island is that these people are praised for being like manly and stuff, and I just
can't
think
stand it.
And also, like, you want to talk about 8 months? That sort of relationship doesn't last about 2 months when they get out. So
yeah, heard it here first.
it's so true though. Well done for you two.
Oh, thank
done for
you.
you.
Turned into some sort of hype man.
I know.
Yeah, we love it.
So, what was it that attracted you to Jessie off the bat?
Beautiful, isn't she?
Aww.
Absolutely beautiful. And it's like, do you know what did it for me? Our first conversation on the terrace, we kind of like spoke, and everyone, it felt like no one else was there. And it was it was just so perfect.
The camera panned round.
Yeah.
10 cameras went on you, and you felt like it was just you.
All eyes on me.
That is really sweet though, and I think out of like, I mean, watching the show and watching you two, you can almost see that instant thing, which
If
you
Jessie wasn't
don't.
there, I wouldn't have lasted. Do you know what I mean? At all. There would have been no one in there. Proper country gal.
Country lass.
Yeah, much made in heaven.
Because you came in with that other guy as well, didn't you? Was
Aaron,
he?
yeah.
Was he
Yeah.
from your season in Australia?
So
or?
he's this season after me.
Right,
yeah.
okay.
And we actually didn't know each other before we went on the show, but it was so sick knowing I was going in with another Aussie because I was so nervous. Like everyone was like, oh, she's done it before. She's going to be fine. But I think because there was that external pressure, it was scarier. So when I found out I was going in with another Aussie, I was like, yay.
Yeah, that is so. I think that is the first time that they've done that on Love Island, where they've brought somebody from a different franchise and put it on. And I don't know if either of you have heard about this. I met somebody from, not this story that I'm about to tell, but what I'm getting onto. I met somebody from Love Island US, and they said that they're planning on doing like a global all-stars sort of thing. Have you heard anything about that? Like
Maybe.
Yeah, see, I think that would do.
No.
No.
She's like, I've been asked to go on it, and I'm weighing up whether I should.
I've got a boyfriend now.
Oh,
so
good.
Good answer.
Can you imagine if one of you got asked to go on it and you were just like, right, see ya? I mean, in your case, it was quite obvious that you didn't really go into it with an ego of like, I'm an ex-Islander, so like you should all know. Whereas I think some people would do that, so the balances in terms of meeting people for dating would be a bit off.
Yeah.
So it makes more sense to do that sort of like reality TV show format. How exciting!
Yeah.
Would be interesting. Do you guys, when you like leave the village, you get other Love Islanders from like previous seasons sort of like message you or like do you ever interact with them? Like,
Yeah, a lot of
sort
them
We're
like,
just
Yeah.
one big family.
Oh my God,
The
everyone
Love
gets
Island
along
family.
so well.
Yeah.
Everyone's so lovely. It's not like people get out of the villa and then start trashing people, is
Absolutely
it?
no.
That's never
Charles, is
happened.
it?
It's not like you come out of the villa and see everyone's gone on a podcast calling you fake.
Yeah.
Like, that
What?
never happens.
That never ever happens.